Hello, welcome back to Mr. Weeder Maths. We are on to the final bit of indices now, where it's solving equations with indice laws. So let's take a look at the first question I've got up here. 5 to the power of 4x multiplied by 5 squared equals 5 to the power of 12. So how do you go about solving this? In order to solve these questions, you need to make it one value on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. But usually one of the sides already has that value, so that we can compare the powers. So I'm going to use my multiplication rule. So I get 5, and then we add the powers. So I get 4x plus 2 equals 5 to the power of 12. Once the base number and the base number is the same, and there's only one of them, we can say that the powers have to be equal to each other for this equation to be equal. So we would have 4x plus 2 equals 12, and then we would solve this equation, whatever method you've been taught, okay? So I would take away 2 and then divide by 4. Now in this particular one, I would leave my answer as a fraction, and then you could simplify that down to be 5 over 2, okay? And that's it. You have solved this question, okay? You make them the same. We've got another one over here. So I've got 2 to the power of 2x, and then 2 to the power of 3, they're being divided, and that equals 2 to the power of 8. So we're going to do what we did before. We're going to make one combined base number, and we would do take away to the powers this time because it's a division. We are using the skills that we've done in all of this topic. And now you have the base number, you have the base number, you can now say the powers are equal to each other. So I've got 2x, take away 3, equals 8. And again, we're just going to solve this the way we would solve this normally. So we would add 3, 11, divide by 2, and we can write that as a nice fraction, 11 over 2. And there we go. That is the technique. We're going to look at some more questions now, and using the skills from the previous video where we have to change the bases. So these ones were nice because we didn't have to change anything. However, they do get a bit tastier, some of these questions, and you're going to see why in a second. So we have got 5 to the power of 4x multiplied by, let's go with 125 equals 25 to the power of 12. Look at that. All of these are different base numbers, so we can't compare the powers. So what we've got to spot, and we've got to be good at it, is the lowest base number. That's usually the nicest way to do it. So 5, that's sorted, that's ready to go. So I've got 5 to the power of 4. But then I'm going to rewrite 125. So this, I've got to think, what would 5 to the power of something make 125? It would be a power of 3. Now this one looks really similar to the ones we were doing earlier. The 25 becomes 5 squared, but that power of 12 is still acting on it. So now we've got to do one more rule. We've got to do the bracket rule to multiply these two powers together. And there we go. Okay, we've now got everything as base 5. We've just got to combine these two things together. It's a multiplication, so we're going to add the powers. So I've got 5 to the power of 4x plus 3 equals 5 to the power of 24. Look at that. We've got the same base number, same base number. Now then we can make the powers equal to each other. So I've got 4x plus 3 equals 24. I'm going to take away 3, nearly said add, take away 3, it's 21, and then I'm going to divide by 4. God, none of these are coming out to be integers. They're all going to be fractions. Can't simplify that one. Not going to turn it into a mixed number. Going to leave it like that. You're done. Okay, that's it. All right, let's do another one. So this one, let's get a bit nastier. See if we can get one that's a bit spicier for us. So let's go for 3x plus 3 divided by 27x also plus 3. And then that's going to equal just a 9. All right, so on this one, it's looking like the lowest base number is going to be a 3. So we've got 3 to the power of x plus 3. That's going to stay the same. We've got our divide. And then 27, I can write that as 3 to the power of 3. But we have all that original power acting on it. And then over here, the 9 is going to become 3 squared. Okay, once you've got it written like this, we are going to use the division rule for the indices. But I want to multiply this out first. Let's not rush it so we don't make a mistake. So we get 3 to the power of 3x plus 9 equals 3 squared. Lovely. And then we're going to do this, take away this. So I have 3 to the power of, well, x take away 3x is negative 2x. And then 3 take away 9 is negative 6 equals 3 squared. Now we have our base number. Let's make the powers equal to each other. Lovely stuff. Now we're going to solve this. So the way I would solve this, I would add 6 over to here. And that would give me 8. And then I would divide by negative 2. So we would get negative 4. And there we go. Quite a long one. But this is what they start to do, okay, these questions. They start to incorporate different base numbers and make you think about using all the skills of indices, how to write them as one thing, and then compare the powers once you get to here to solve it, okay? Find these questions, give them a practice, build up that confidence with indices, all right? All the best. Bye now.